And welcome back. So here we go again. We're going to learn constraints. So you now know some basic 3D modeling tools and tricks. We're going to back up and make sure you guys know how to draw in 2D next. So we're going to create some fun shapes like these. I may use these measurements. I may not. Who knows what I'm going to do. But we're going to mainly focus on these tools of the trade. So it's great that you can make things in 3D, but sometimes you have to focus a lot in 2D in that creation. This is going to help you out with that. So here we go. File, New, Standard in.ipt. Once again, please reference the worksheet. I do have one thing in here that's not a constraint, but something you need to know. So this is what it looks like so far. I may add to it based on how things go, but you're going to learn a lot here. So please follow this one carefully. I'll try to go slow. So once again, start on your sketch plane. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is not a constraint thing, it's just something cool. If you click the line command, I'm left clicking right now, I draw my line out, and if you stop, left click and hold, it'll make an arc. It's kind of cool actually. So all I'm doing is I draw my line out, I click, I left click, and I hold. Whatever direction I go in, it will follow. I can even go off another one. So I can make all these weird angles and arcs drop wherever I want to. So this is something kind of cool. I just want to show you guys this. Nice little tool to trade here, but this is something to play around with. So all I'm doing is I'm left clicking and holding. I could even start off. You have to draw a line first before you can do that, and then you can draw these out. You'll find there is a reason. You'll look for this later on some. So I'm going to erase this now. There is a little yellow origin button right here. Try not to erase that. You will need it for things as we go through these programs. So let's draw out a rectangle first. Okay, let's draw out a rectangle using the tab key like we've done all the time. Let's make the bottom 8 and the side 4. Now, when you make any drawing whatsoever on this, all of a sudden you'll see these little symbols. These are called a constraint. If you press escape, they will go away. But to show these again, this is on your worksheet, you press F8 and you'll see these. You press F9 and they go away. Now they're not gone, they're just hidden right now. So F8 will show them, F9 will just hide them from you. Okay? If you were to erase these, I'll show you what that's going to do here in a few minutes, but right now that's not a big deal. I'm going to press F9. So do me a favor, would you make a circle somewhere around the bottom right quadrant of this, and let's just call this 2. So let's say I want to center this in the middle of my rectangle. And I'm not really sure how to do that. So we'll use these constraints right here. This is vertical. If you ever hover over something, it will give you a quick little demonstration of how to do it. And this is a horizontal constraint. So on vertical constraint, so I want this to line up with the middle of this. I'm not clicking, I'm just touching. It'll always try to find the red dots for you. So I'm going to click this dot here, I'm going to click this dot here, and it lines up. Now, if I press escape, and I grab the middle, and I move it, you see here, I can go left and right all day long, and I can go up and down, but the circle will not move away, like from this. If I press F8, you'll see this little thing right here. To get rid of this, you can click it, right-click, and delete, or you can just use your keyboard all the same. Now, I have my freedom to move it back around again. Let's tie it back in one more time. Okay, now I want to make sure this is perfectly centered. Okay, I want to make sure that this is always going to be lined up on the center no matter what I do. So if I do a horizontal constraint, and I click the middle point of this, the middle point of this, it's now locked in. So if I press escape and I try to move it, it moves the whole thing. If I change a measurement, let's say I change this to 10, it's still in the middle. So this is a way to lock in your measurements. Let's say I change this to 5. Nice round measurements. It'll always stay the same. Doesn't matter. Unless I press F8 and erase these, they will stay put. This is often a frustrating thing when you're learning Inventor, is sometimes a constraint will happen when you don't want to, and that's never fun. So I'm going to press F9 and I'm going to hide it. Next is a concentric constraint, what this will do is this will try to line up any circles possible. So if I hit circle, let's say I just want to put a circle somewhere out here. Let's make this 3. Now, I really want to line up this circle to have the same center point as this one here. So if I click this, which is your concentric constraint, I click both circles, and it's now lined up. Now, if I move this, the whole thing stays put. So that's that one. This works for arcs as well. Any round surface that needs to line up with another one, this is a beautiful thing to use. Okay. Let's move on to some tangents. Now let me look back at my other video to see what I did. Perfect. All right. Do me a favor. We're going to make 2 circles. One is going to be, let's go 10 again. And let's make one out here. Don't let it line up. Just let it kind of float somewhere. I don't care where. Let's make this 5. Okay. So we're going to try to attach these, but let me show you how. So draw a line somewhere out here in space here. Watch out for the dotted lines. I don't want to do that. That will lock it in. I want it floating. So I'm just going to dump a line right here, and I'm going to dump a line somewhere right here. So right now you have 2 lines, 2 circles, and we're going to show you how to attach those. So first, I'm going to use a tangent constraint. This is an awesome constraint to try to line up those tangent lines that will make these transitions look so good. So I'm going to click Tangent Constraint, click this, I'm going to click my circle, and you see it lines up. You automatically see that little dot right there. I'm going to click this, I'm going to click this, and this will line up too. So let me do that again. So you click your constraint, click the line, click the circle, lines up. Ignore the fact it's moving. We're going to fix that. Click this line and this circle, it'll do the same. Now next, I would like you to move this circle to where it's a little closer to your lines, because I want to try to line these things up the best I could. So don't have them touch just yet. I'm going to show you how to make that happen. So once again, we're going to do the tangent constraint. Click the top of this and this. You got to click near the top. I'm going to click this and near the bottom of this. So now you're like, well, boy, they're looking like they're going to it, but how do I get it there? Well, folks, extend. 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 Yeah, click extend. Now it's there. Now let's say I want to add a measurement to this. I'll click my middle dots just to line that up. Let's go 20. Why not? But I'm still not satisfied with this because I really want these 2 center points to line up. What's the best method to use for that? Well, we're going to use the horizontal constraint. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. Now it's lined up perfectly. Awesome. The next one I'm going to show you guys is, got it? We're going to draw another rectangle, but I want you to draw this one wrong. You're going to draw a bad rectangle. So I don't care what the measurements are, but the main one I want to do in this is I want you to put one of your lines at a funky angle like this. So you usually have a perpendicular angle whenever you make a square. Once in a while, you might have a line that gets thrown off and you're wondering why, because it's not a perpendicular. If you ever have that, here's all I want you to do. You choose perpendicular constraint, you click, it lines itself up. Now let's say for whatever reason also, I need to have this line here and this line here line up. Well, here's how you fix that. There's another one up here. It's called the collinear constraint. This will allow you to help line up lines. The vertical and the horizontal can do it as well, but this is a better use. So if I click here, it will line it up. Now, if I press escape and I try to move it, they'll move in sequence. This one's moving up and down because there's no dimension to it. Okay. Let's say next, I need to anchor this dot to my origin point. Why? Because I need to. So up here is another constraint called the coincident, whatever you wish to call it. I call it the coincident. That might not be the best name for it, but that's what I call it. If I click this dot here and this dot here, this will line up. And this turns black because it's now fully constrained. Okay? So you're rolling along pretty good here. Lock will lock anything. So if I hit lock and I hit this, these won't change at all now. If I try to do something, it's going to give me an error. They'll get very mad at me. I'm locking everything. Okay? Now this thing won't move. It's fully tied down. It's going to stay there. Lock is lock. There's really nothing fancy about lock. Next, let's do a parallel constraint. So, draw two lines on your screen. I don't care where they're at. I don't care how long they are. I don't care how short they are or how tall they are. If I do a perpendicular, they will both light up. Now, I want to show you one more thing with this while I'm here. There's a few different ways you guys can dimension these. I've seen you guys do some, and I want to make sure we're all on the same page. If I dimension, I don't click dot to dot. Never click dot to dot. You want to always click your line. But watch this. If I click this line and I move my mouse up, it'll give me a linear constraint. But if I move it down, you'll see right by my mouse is a little like angled arrow. If I click right now, it'll give me the true measurement of this line. Let's say I want to go 25. So if I click it and I go all the way up, you see the difference? This matters. So knowing this will really help you out. All I do is I clicked, I see the little angle, I click again, and there it is. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, I want to show you one more, and that'll be it on this video, and then we're going to do some drawings next. So here we go. We're going to do the symmetric one. So real quick, draw some angles like so. And then I want you to put a line right down the middle as well. Doesn't matter how big it is, I'm just drawing lines. So to do an angular dimension, you have to click both sides. And let's say I want to do like 80. Okay? It's not symmetrical, right? Of course not. But watch this. Wait, there's more. If I click this, I go left side, I go right side, I go middle, boom, symmetric. Now, if I change this to say 120, it'll push both sides out so it's always even. So this is a quick little overview of how to do all the constraints. Equal, I rarely ever use. It'll make two things the same size. The smooth G2, I'll be honest, I've never really worked with that one a whole lot. It's something I never use. I rarely ever see it. So I'm not going to worry about that one at all either. So I hope this gave you guys a short little overview on how to do a constraint. And next, we got two drawings after this. We're going to see how you guys do on those. And I will probably do those with you guys to help walk you through the basics of them. They can be a little bit complicated. So I hope this helped you out. Have a good day.